Greetings and salutations, my artsy friends. How is everyone today? So good, I hope. So good. Sorry I am late today. I was just, you know what? I can't even tell you why I'm late. I was just messing around, looking for other things to create with you. I'm not kidding. I wish I had some grand excuse, but no, I was just, getting stencils and. Hey, did you know, and you probably should know, because, it's us. Today is Michelangelo's 550th birthday. 550 years. I was just telling somebody about, maybe it was here on Tuesday, that I've never stopped with my artist study. I've changed it up a little bit since I started it back in 2020. But I've never stopped because I just feel like it's so important that we learn from the greats. There's so much to learn. Good morning, Deb. Good morning, Sue. How are you this morning? So if you're brand new here, if you would like, follow, share, comment on Corbiere-Scott Designs on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, I would greatly appreciate that. And then join our private Facebook group, Stitch Along with Anne and Corbiere-Scott Designs Facebook group. Anyway. So I've been thinking about this tissue paper situation. I have too many ideas for my own good. So here's the page that we did last week. And so today I'm thinking I want to build on this a little bit. And so I've been thinking, good morning, Keels. Good morning, Tony. Hey, Valerie. I think I have a couple of things I want to do on this, but I have, oh, look, Deb, I've totally stolen your idea, and I've used all of my, while I'm building my, the back sides of my waterfall pages. Can I tell you, there's nothing quite so satisfying to me as a page of scrappy scraps. Of all these artsy papers, oh my gosh, it makes me so happy. But I digress. So let's hold this back with a big clip. And here's what I'm thinking. I told you, this all started because, well, I haven't finished it yet. Here's my page from Tuesday. That's all I've got so far, right? But this whole situation with tissue paper started because Lori and I had this conversation about everybody must have like this abundance of tissue paper because none of us can throw it away, right? That's the truth. And so anyway, we talked about what we could do with tissue paper. So we started with the page I just showed you, and then I was digging through. Yes, I have a bin of just tissue paper because I can't throw it away, and there's got to be something I can do with it, right? And I get these really cool tissue papers from all over creation, and so, So while I was digging, I found this one, this polka dot sheet. And so I cut down a piece, and I was thinking what I wanted to do with it. And so I think I want to lay it down because then I thought, oh, it's kind of cool to have the flowers on top of that, right? That's kind of, I like that I can still see because I went through all kinds of iterations of this. Maybe I could paint the background and then put tissue paper on it. Oh my gosh, all the things. So then I was like, but I really kind of like that the grid shows through and it's blue. And so here's my idea. Good morning, Peg. Okay, so here's my idea. I set my bouquet aside. I'm going to adhere this tissue paper to this page, because then you can still see the grid, right? And then I'm going to use some of this Cornflower blue stencil butter, like around the edge, I'm feeling like. So this is why I was late, because I grabbed a bunch of different stencils. And so that's where I'm going so far. So let's get some matte medium on this page. And, sorry. Reach for a paintbrush. Okay. So let's get that wet. I like to start with wet bristles. And this brush still had some purple paint in it. So here we go. I'm so happy you're here for a live too. Shut up. Okay, so I had a couple of ideas. So this is kind of got some purple in it, and I'm not mad about that. Because that's going to give me just this little bit of color behind my tissue. That's kind of cool, right? Right, so let's get that brush in some water because... Hey, Valerie! Yay! I'm so glad. So we're playing with tissue paper today and building a page. Okay, so I put some matte medium down. And then if you look at your tissue paper, there's usually a dull side and a little bit shiny side. Sometimes a little bit waxy. But then so we're going to use our hands and really kind of manipulate this tissue paper down onto our page. And that's going to take a bit to dry, right? But I'm really going to push. This is so funny because look at on the other side of this page is my inchies page, and look at this side. It's starting to make like a pattern, like almost like a quilt. Like this big grid pattern on top of the other grid pattern. That's kind of cool. I have a little bit that's not adhering down here, so I'm just going to take my finger, get some matte medium. There we go. That seems to be the only place that doesn't have, every place else looks pretty good. There's a little lid there. All right. So while we're waiting for that to dry, I was thinking about, so do you remember, I was telling you about, so yesterday I shared in, my stitch along the, some of the things I got on my trip, and so I thought I would share with those with you today too. So, do you remember Valerie had suggested that I go to Lincoln City, and that's the place where you can find glass floats. And so we went to Cannon Beach first and then drove down, and it took longer than we had kind of anticipated. And so I made the executive decision when we got there to just go to the Lincoln City Glass Center and just buy a glass float, so then I could just do some beach combing. And I will post a picture of my beach combing prizes in the newsletter tomorrow. But look, here is the glass float that I got. Isn't it just stunning? And aren't you just inspired by these colors? I'm telling you, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. And we talked about doing where you could blow your own glass float, but it takes 24 hours for it to cool down, so you have to come back like the next day, and we just didn't have enough time to do that. But this, it says Oregon Coast 2025 on the bottom of it, and then it says Taft, so I don't know if that's the artist or what. It's so pretty, isn't it, Deb? I'm telling you, and it feels amazing. You could also buy these little stands, so it's going to sit in that stand. I haven't figured out where I want to put it just yet, because I want it someplace that I will see. So I don't know. I don't know just yet, but I wanted you to see how beautiful it is. And it's quite heavy. And then I went to, okay, I'm going to try something. So I have this piece of craft mat, and this is, I'm just going to tell you, this is not waterproof at all, but it is, it's enough to kind of keep a barrier between that page and these pages. So then we can open to this page and hold this open with the clip. And then think about where we want to go on this page. So I've been thinking that I might want to do some watercolor on top of here. I don't know exactly where I'm going to go with it, but I've thought about some watercolor on top of here. I don't know. I have some, so the glitter that's in here is silver, gold, green, and red. So it must have been Christmas stuff. Oh, I want to go back to Lincoln City. I'm telling you, I was telling Keely, Jeff and I are already planning our next trip. We want to go back so bad. It was, I'm telling you, we loved Oregon. We loved it. We loved it so much. So I don't know exactly what I want to do on here. I know that I want it to be a base for something. But for my birthday, Jeff got me a Kate Spade wallet to match the purse that he had gotten me. And it's beautiful. Okay, so there's a couple of different, and I tell you, I save all of this tissue. I save it all. So I'm thinking, dig through your tissue paper stack. See what you got. So I have this green, which I'm kind of completely here for. But I also have this stuff. Wait till you see. These giant polka dots. Stop it! I love it so much. So I'm thinking I just want to keep doing a couple of pages of tissue paper base, and then we'll continually build on there. So, on this side, I was thinking I could do the big polka dots. I might have to take this out so it doesn't get crud. Let's see how that page is doing. Maybe I can just hit this with the heat gun. I love that it has that little bit of purple, and I love that it has that it kind of sunk in, and it has that, can you guys see? Yeah, I think you can see the indentation from all of the inchies. Oh, I love that so much. So I'm going to take my X-Acto and cut off the excess over here. There we go. And then I think I'll just take a scissor and trim off the other excess. It's still a little bit damp. I'm thinking I might be able to hit it with my heat gun because I really want to see what happens with the stencil butter on top of this tissue paper. I feel like that might be really amazing. Just like so much texture, and don't you love just layers and layers of art's goodness, you know? I just love that. That just makes me so happy. There we go. I think I have some down here. I have Willie Nelson in my head. That's what I was listening to this morning. But I promise I won't. Oh, there you go. There you go, Valerie. I'm telling you. I was at the, where do you see the stuff I got from the Katie Daisy store? I have too many things to show you guys. I can't show them all in one day. So I got some amazing stuff at the Katie Daisy store, and I was going to tell you, her store was just as wonderful as I had imagined it to be. But they wrapped it in this tissue paper, and I was like, could I have a few more sheets of that tissue paper? And she was like, okay. I'm trying to make it so it's not, it was Colette. Katie was actually sick that day. And so I didn't get to meet her in real true life, but I met Colette, and she was just the most lovely. There we go. There we go. Trim off that little bit of excess. I feel like I really want to play with the idea of building, like I said, some visual interest. So I'm feeling like well, I had a couple of ideas. I hope everybody's digging through their tissue paper now. Because I know you have some. I know you have some tissue paper. Everybody does. Everybody take a drink. Okay. So I thought of a couple of ideas. Because my idea is that I want it to kind of look like a vignette where it's kind of that comes from the edges, right? So I really think I want to use the floral stencil, this floral stencil, like from the edges, right? But I just want little bits to come through. But I really want to do like some finger painting, so it's just kind of, what's the word I want to use? Like, that it's kind of like fuzzied out. I don't know what the word for that is, but you guys know what I'm talking about, right? So I want to, there we go. So I'm thinking like there, and I'm feeling, I was going to use my palette knife, but I feel like I'm going to use my fingers, I think. And just kind of finger paint it on. One time, Carmen and I were at Lucinda's house. I think I told you guys this story. And we were playing with stencil butter. And I was like, I want it smoother. I want it smoother. And Carmen was like, then let's just finger paint with it. And oh my gosh, that's all it took. That is all it took. I'm just going to tell you right now. Carmen and I finger painted so many card backgrounds that day. We had ourselves a time. Let's see what happens with this. I'm trying to get just a little tiny bit onto my finger. Oops, it's too much. So I minimize the stencil butter underneath the stencil. Let's see how successful I am. Just take my time. Sometimes that's a little harder to do than others, right? So let's see what happens. Yes, yes. It's exactly what I wanted. I just wanted it to be this subtle, shut up. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. So then let's do, taking my time seems to be where I am finding the best success, which is so kind of not my natural inclination. Sometimes I'm not as patient as I should be artistically. I want to see, but I saw this thing, this, I don't know what you call those, like just as, okay, are we ready? Yes. But then I kind of want, the other part of me wants to like just barely get some on my finger and just kind of rub it along the edge. So it's kind of, oh my gosh, that's exactly what I want. Don't you love when the idea in your head looks like your page starts to look like the idea on your head, in your head? That's a lovely feeling. Okay, let's get this to protect. I should have put that down before, but whatevs, I didn't. Okay, let's do this. All right. So I know I want to do this corner. Do I want to do like this? Do I want to do like this big flower? That might be kind of cool. What do you think of that? Well, we're there now. Sometimes you just got to go for it, right? So when so Jeff and I drove along the Columbia River Gorge, and it's miles and miles and miles long. And you know, when you're on vacation, your eating is all mixed up. Because it's not like you eat like at home, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Anyway, I had an apple, big surprise, in our hotel room early that morning. And then we, and Jeff had part of a protein bar. And then we just kind of hit the road. And that day was, we wanted to explore Portland a little bit. And because it was the day we flew out, right? So, so we went to Powell's bookstore, which was, oh my gosh, you guys, it was just amazing. It was just amazing. Like, there was no way I could go through that whole store. I told Jeff, I felt like I just kept going from room to room, and like one room just led to another room, to another room, to another room. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was just stunning. Anyway, I got something cool there when I was there. I'll show you in 1 second with my dirty fingers. But after we went there, then we went to, oh yes, like I just want it to be kind of subtle around the edges. And look how pretty that stencil butter, this particular color, as soon as I saw it this morning, I was like, yes, because it's almost the exact color of the blue polka dots. I'm loving that. I'm loving that. So let's take and just do the edges. I couldn't decide if I wanted to do this part before I started this with the stencils, or if I wanted to wait until after I had done some stencil work. Alright. I'm thinking maybe we do something up here too. What do you think? Or do I just keep it in those 3 corners? And just do my little edgy thing along here. And just have that taper out. Anyway, so we went to, I told you, the store I was telling you about the other day called Collage, that has open stock of like every kind of cool pen you can imagine. Okay, that's looking more like a line, and I want to loosen that up a little bit. Okay, do we want it this way? Now do we want it this way? Want it this way. I'm kind of liking this. What do you guys think? This way? I like it because it's kind of the opposite direction of this page. You know what I mean? These flowers are going this way. I wanted these flowers to go this way. And then I'm going to put Eleanor's quote down there. I'm kind of digging that. I'm kind of digging that. What do you guys think? Yes, I think I like that. I do. Look at my hands. I'm a mess. Anyway, let me peel this off. So, I was in Powell's, and oh my gosh, I was telling the girls yesterday in Stitch Along that there were so many embroidery books that I wanted to buy so badly, but I kept thinking about the weight of my suitcase, and it was the last day, so I had already done my beach combing, and I had bought my my glass float, and oh my gosh. Anyway, just 1 second. Let me run upstairs and grab the one book that I did buy. Okay, are you guys ready? So I did buy a couple of books. I bought a little golden book of the Pope, love him, and this book. I have baby wipes right here, Valerie, and I'm just sitting here picking it off. So this book, so Powell's is a new and used bookstore. Right? Swear, you guys, I don't think I had this one. I think I wanted this one, but I didn't have it. But it was, when I started to look at it, oh my gosh, you guys. It was published, are you ready for it? 1972. Yep, that's my era. So wait until you see the patterns in here. Like I said, I bought this and the Pope Francis book, but seriously, you guys, knickers. Do you remember knickers? A border print on a Durndale skirt. Look at these flowers. Oh my gosh. Stop it. These belt loops with embroidery. A shawl. Come on. Ye old paisley shawl. A bikini. A vest. Look at the patterns. I'm telling you. I was just, oh my gosh. And it has really cool stitch diagrams. I love that. Because I'm trying to, in my Adorn It patterns, I'm trying really hard to incorporate more decorative stitching, like more different stitching. A patchwork tie skirt. Stop it. So it's kind of like a crazy quilt. Do you see that? Like it has all this different stitching along the sides of each tie. Stop it right this minute. I'm just in love with it. No, you weren't, Vicky. That's so cool. That's so cool. I'm telling you, when I just saw it and I was like, I gotta have it. I can't order that from anywhere. I need it. I need it. I need it. I need it. Like, it was just so full of inspiration for me. And then the other thing I bought, which I showed yesterday in Stitch Along, look at this little mini Frida cross-stitch kit. Stop it. Stop it. I can't wait to, oh, Valerie, I'm supposed to, sorry. I was supposed to, send you the link to that. I'm so sorry. I will do that. Oh, and I did have some embroidered jeans. You know it, sister. The bell bottoms were all embroidered. Oh my gosh. You know, we loved that, didn't we? Oh my gosh, that would be so cool. That would be so cool. Keely, that would be very cool. My dad had this gorgeous tie. I remember my mom saved up all her little pin money and bought my dad this beautiful tie. And it was like a cream color, and it kind of looked like fisherman's knit, you know, like, and he got, they went out to this fancy affair. I don't know. They didn't go to very many fancy affairs. It was like a group of friends that went out to dinner or a gathering at someone's house, whatever. They got all dressed up. And when they got home, my dad had gotten a sty on his eye, and he had put a tea bag on there to draw out the sty, and he fell asleep with it, and the tea bag fell on that beautiful tie. Oh my God. My mom was so mad. I remember it so vividly. Oh my goodness. Stop it, Debbie. I'm very sorry. Jeff had lots and lots of ties too. His, men don't wear ties as much anymore in the business world as they used to, but he had lots and lots of ties. But I can't wait to stitch her. All right, let's pull this back down and see what's going on. I think we're dry. I can't tell if is that from before? Is the stencil butter on my hand from before, or is it just from right now? Okay, so I'm thinking this way. What do you guys think? And then I'll let her down here. That is making me so happy. Ooh, everybody take a drink. Good gravy. So you know I'm still working diligently on getting all of the videos moved over to YouTube. I told Jeff I would have all the pop and paint parties done before he got home. So he's in Puerto Rico right now. Yes, we got home on Sunday night and he flew out Tuesday morning to Puerto Rico, but he comes home tonight. So I said I would have them all done, and then once he gets home, we need to move all the paid classes into private YouTube, and then I'll figure that out. Like, I just need to get them moved. So Peggy, I just saw the coolest coat that someone made, like a kind of like a swing coat out of ties. Oh my gosh. It was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. So I'm thinking this. But now I'm feeling like, should I have done something else? Should I have done another layer of something? Or should I just let this be what it is? I think I'm just going to glue it down. I just need to glue it down because I'll just keep hemming and hawing and hemming and hawing. Right? I know myself. So let's do that. If I just sing nonsense songs, they can't ban me, right? They can't sanction me if it's just something I made up in my head. Okay, I think that's enough glue. What do you think? Kind of got a little carried away. Whatevs. Okay. The thing I'm most concerned about is getting all the flowers. There we go. All right, so now I'm going to take this and smush everything down. Oh my gosh, I have a picture of Jeff and I when we when we first started dating. Oh my gosh. And it's on a pin. There was a youth group that worked at the Indian Center, and they got a pin maker, and so they made pins out of all kinds of pictures of all kinds of people that worked at the Indian Center. Anyway, there's a picture of Jeff and I. And he has this, it was the big 80s, so you can imagine his skinny tie. Dang it. I don't know where that pin is. It's usually right here because I like to look at it. Those two young people that didn't know what they were doing. You know what I mean? Little did they know. Little did they know. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm loving it so much. I love it so much. Okay. Let's turn to this one. Well, I think what I want to do is find two more. I think I'm going to leave this one just as is because I don't know exactly. Well, maybe I'll watercolor on there. This one, I don't know what I'll do. But what if I just do some, like a watercolor-y... I have these new paints from Rachel Beth, of course. Moody Florals and Oh Snapdragon. But this is feeling... I don't know. Let's swatch these and see what happens. Let's see what colors we're dealing with. So we got the big pans of Moody Florals and small pans of Snapdragon, and I don't know why. Because this is way more my jam, but whatever. Let's see. Rachel Beth, here we go. I have so many more than this. I think I need to find another blank page. I have so much swatching to do that I haven't done. So while we're waiting for that to while we're waiting for those to activate, let's get this set up for Rachel Beth. Do you like swatching or no? I kind of like it. You wouldn't know it because of my shoddy my shoddy consistency, but I do kind of like it. I like to just kind of see what happens. Do you know what I mean? Like what colors kind of appear for me. Moody Florals. That should be the name of a band, don't you think? Moody Florals. So Jeff was gone, so I could catch up on all of my shows, you know. That does not surprise me at all, Keely. You do it as soon as you bring them up. I know I have so many things to swatch that I just need to dedicate some time today to doing that. And I could do that certainly while I'm downloading all those videos. Moody Florals, so let's do... I'm kind of liking doing the boxes. I have 4 colors here. So, let's see. Dark Star. Star. Lilacs. Stop it. Okay. Black Pearl. Black Pearl. This is a word that I have no idea. You can use anything for your swatch book. Keely, what's your swatch book? Mine is this watercolor notebook from Archer and Olive that I didn't mean for it to start out this way. I purchased it at Paper Crown in Waco, Texas in November of 2019. I didn't mean for it to start out as a swatch book, but it kind of did. Well, first it was like, here's a watercolor class that I took. And then I just started to kind of turn into a swatch book. Do you remember I was telling you about hydrocolors? Look at that. Look at those gorgeous colors. I need to pull those out and just play with those too. Black Pearl. Okay, this is L-I-S. I-A-N-T-H-U-S. Listen, I don't know. Dark Grape Poppies. And Black Gold for Cynthia. S-Y-T-H-I-A. Stop it. Oh, so sorry, Vic. Oh, that's right. That's right. I do remember now, Kelly. You did make it, and you showed me. Everybody take a drink, please. Vicky, drink your water. Moody Florals. Oh, Snapdragon. Okay. Candy Tops. Oh, we need to... Frosted Flames. Sometimes I think, are these names that she made up, or are these names of the actual flowers? I don't know. Lucky Lips. I think that might be a made-up one. Lucky Lips. Spiraling Stalks. I don't know what I'm going to do over here. I'll paint something, I suppose. Let's see. So if you don't use squiggles for your pens, what do you do? What do you do, Peg? I'm curious. Inquiring minds want to know. Okay, let's do Dark Star Lilacs. Black Pearl. Lysanthias. Maybe that's it. Oh, and these are kind of color changing because this is kind of green and then it goes into purple. Stop it. That's pretty. Dark Grape Poppies. Pretty. And the last one is Black Gold for Cynthia. That is so pretty. Okay. Oh, Snapdragon. This pink, why didn't I order a gallon of it? You know I'm going to use it in a million ways. Candy Tops. And why didn't I paint in here? I don't know. I can't tell you. You know, sometimes my brain. Okay, Frosted Flames. Oh, that's pretty too, isn't it? Those two together are lovely. Very springish. All right, what do we got here? Lucky Lips. This one is Spiraling Stalks. This seems like I need to, I don't know. Work that water in a little better, I think. Okay, so I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, now I don't think any of those will do, I don't know that any of those would work on that, tissue paper page with the red, gold, silver, and green. I don't know that any of these would work, but they'll work on other things. They're so pretty, aren't they, Sue? They're so pretty. I'm just in love with it. Okay, let's do some comfort book. The importance of weird thinking. Shut it, that's us. It's good to be weird. It's good to be eccentric. It's good to be separate from the crowd. The philosopher John Stuart Mill thought it was almost a civic duty to be eccentric, to break the tyranny of conformity and custom. But even if we don't feel outwardly eccentric, we all have eccentric parts. Thoughts that crop up on the peripheries of our thinking, random sparks we can set alight, thoughts that offer the other point of view or the other side of a political argument, thoughts that don't quite fit in with our other thoughts, tastes that go against our other tastes. And as we grow older, it is good to keep tending to those unconventional parts of ourselves, the thoughts that buck the trend, because these are the parts that will keep us new and capable of surprise. They will stop us becoming a cover version of ourselves. They will help us become new songs. Come on. So let's go out and be weird today. Celebrate your weirdness. I think that sounds like a fine idea. A fine idea. These pretty colors are so pretty, and I can't wait to paint my wildflowers with them. I do have another, so on Tuesday, we're going to be painting the Wildflower 3 artwork. That's the page. So you're going to need to bring the page and print it on watercolor paper. And I know that goes against what I normally do, but I really want to paint with watercolors on it, because then once we paint with watercolors and do our thing, you need a piece of white tissue paper for that entry in our art, into our art journals. I adore you all. I'm so grateful that you're kind and lovely, and will just join me on this crazy artsy journey every Tuesday and Thursday. I adore you all. Thank you so much, everybody. Sorry for being late today. I go over almost every day, so I guess it evens itself out. Don't forget to open your newsletters tomorrow, and go out and make it a wacky, weird weekend. Bye, everybody.